Yeah.
You want my name?
Yeah, sure.
It's Hugh Mungus.
Okay. Humongous what? Humongous what?
Hugh Mungus.
Humongous what?
Humongous.
Humongous what?
Humongous.
Humongous what?
That's what it is.
Humongous what? Is that sexual harassment?
No, it's humongous.
Then why did you say that to me?
That's my name.
What? Humongous what?
Humongous what?
Humongous what? Is that sexual harassment? Is that what you just did when you said that to me?
What, humongous?
Why would you say that to me?
Yes, but my name.
Why would you say that to me?
Why would I say it to
Why
you?
would you say that to me?
Why would you ask me my name?
My name is Zarna, and I'm doing this video because we need to talk. It's become clear to me that a great deal of us suffer from the illness of patriarchy, and it's not just the men who suffer. Women can be patriarchal too.
Women? Really? But why would they be patriarchal? Towards who? Other women? That's so stupid.
So many things in our system today come from patriarchy, including racism, colonialism, capitalism, classism, and of course, sexism.
Wow, she thinks
Hey guys, Patriarchy here. So, Humongous Bitch is back. I think I called her Humongous Bitch back when I did that original video so long ago. I never thought I'd come back to Zarna after all this time, because when I made that video and Humongous was really blowing up, I didn't think that was going to be my biggest video as the Patriarchy. Like, when I made that, I thought, oh, you know, I'm kind of jumping on a bandwagon here a little bit, but you know, I had to make fun of Zarna, and mainly I had to defend the guy, Humongous, because he just made a dad joke, and she took it as a sexual assault. And I remember my original video, I read her Facebook about it, and read the comments that she allowed to stay, because she deleted any negative comments. And, it was just complete delusion. She clearly wanted to create an echo chamber where everyone agreed with her about her insane opinion. And, you know, I started this with that original video and everything, so I don't need to give you a background on what happened that day. Clearly, a guy made a joke at her because he was there defending cops. He was being positive about cops because his daughter was a heroin addict and the police helped his daughter. And she was so pissed at this guy, she went up to him, and then he made a joke, a dad joke about his weight, and then she just went crazy, escalated the situation. She couldn't get any reinforcement from the police, anyone at City Hall, anything like that. They in fact, I think one woman told her that was one of the heads of the legal stuff there, like worked for the DA or something, told Zarna, like, you had to create the situation because you're being so delusional about this. And Zarna still didn't believe it. And I thought that was going to be it of the Humongous thing. Like, there's no way this woman could respond to this because she got ridiculed by everyone. It was like unanimous. Everyone thought she was in the wrong. Instead, she made a 3-part fucking trilogy. She's made the Lord of the Rings of regressive leftism. It is crazy. She's even more nuts than I originally thought, or she's a brilliant actress that figured out a way to make money, because she wants you to donate money. But we're only going to look at the first video right now, because it's about being surrounded by patriarchy, and as the patriarchy, I feel like I have to defend myself in this situation. So let's look at Zarna's video and points, and what she has to say about this patriarchal society that, according to her, is why nobody believed her on the Humongous issue. It wasn't because she was in the wrong. It was because we are all affected by this patriarchal society, and we're not going to believe her. And we don't even know what sexual assault is. We're that ignorant in this country that we just don't understand it. But Zarna does.
I'm a woman of color, so I'm going to talk about my experience. But many other marginalized people, such as indigenous peoples and queer and transgender people and gender non-conforming people, will have their own thoughts on this also.
Indigenous who? And what the hell is gender non-conforming? What are all these labels? What is she even talking about?
Why does this woman think she can speak for everyone? I mean, who the hell is she anyways? What a drama queen.
The challenge is that it is very hard for those who are marginalized, such as women of color, to express how they feel without being called the angry brown woman, or the angry black woman, or the nagging woman, or crazy.
My God, she just won't stop talking. But sometimes I do wonder what women of color are thinking when I make a crass racial or sexual joke in front of them, and then I say, just kidding.
And then afterwards, why do they always turn me down when I ask them to dinner?
It's because of a phenomenon called white fragility and male fragility.
So I love this whole thing that because she's marginalized, because she's a woman of color, that now she's saying that all women of color, all trans people, all gay people in this country, when they're raped or attacked, nobody gives a shit. You're not white. You're not a dude. Like, come on, fucker. Are you kidding me? And I love it. She has people here with these weird close-up mouth shots that everyone's been making fun of. And it's horrifying. It's like a horror movie. It's people with weird teeth. And, like, she gets these weird angles, and they just say things that I kind of agree with. Like, the one guy's like, what's with all these labels? It's like, yeah, identity politics, stupid. One guy's like, hey, why does she think she can speak for everyone? Who does she think she is? Yeah, good job. And then she comes back like, can you believe they said that? It's like, Zarna, you're doing our job for us. Your video has people making valid points about the Humongous situation. Just because you have them saying it in ridiculous ways, like they're the bad guy, and you get to sit there all dramatic and look at the camera, like one of those dog shelter videos with the Angel song and Sarah McLachlan. I mean, you're looking at me like, here, adopt me. Adopt my marginalized ass because I'm being treated like a second-class citizen in this society because I overreact to jokes that aren't offensive. No, Zarna, you don't get to play the victim here, and don't compare yourself to people that actually get assaulted or hurt or actually are victims of crimes like this because it didn't happen to you. You don't get to speak for these things. You're a piece of shit.
White liberals and men in general have been told over and over again that if they just never use the N-word and they never talk about race and they never physically molest anyone, then they're not racist or sexist. So when I point out that actually the system of power we live in ensures that all white people are racist and all men are sexist because they profit from a system that marginalizes people of color and non-males, they attack me, just as they've attacked women of color for centuries to retain their power structure.
Oh yeah, Zarna, that's what it is. It's every man's a sexist and racist because of a power structure that benefits us. We created a patriarchal society where men commit suicide more. We're more incarcerated. We're the dominant prison population. We're more likely to get attacked violently. We're more likely to get murdered. We get raped in prison all the time. I mean, yeah, we created a system that benefits men. What the fuck is wrong with you? It's really sick to say that people are automatically racist or sexist just because they're white in a society. This is that dumb logic I'm sick of, like in movies Dear White People, where they say, oh, racism is an institution about power struggles, and black people have never had superiority over white people here, so black people can't be racist. Women can't be sexist because they don't have the power. You're just saying that so we can't use more vicious-sounding words like sexist or racist towards people? Because when you SJWs do these things, and we're like, well, you're the racist. You're like, no, I can't be. I can't be racist and sexist. Only white people and men can be. That's so nobody can give a negative viewpoint without you labeling them. It's just to label someone and not hear their argument. It's childish. I mean, this is such a childish, stupidish point. You look at the dictionary definition of racism, and one of the first things is somebody who thinks one race is superior to another. That's what it means. It's just people take one of the several definitions and go, no, it's about an institution, a struggle. And they try to say it was sexism, too. You can be a sexist woman. You could hate men. You could be a misandrist. To label it like all men. And then when you say, when I point this out to them, when you point it out to us? Are you kidding me? We're mocking you for saying, you're not pointing it out to us. We're not angry at you for pointing it out. We're angry because what you're saying is stupid, harmful, and negative towards men. It's male bullying. And just because you're a woman of color doesn't make your opinion any more valid. It's still stupid.
Oh! She's the sexist one. She's the racist one. Why does she hate me?
Yeah, so I make more money because I'm a man, and I have a lot of privilege, and my voice matters in every sphere of life, but I didn't ask for that. That doesn't make me racist or sexist.
She talks as if men don't have any problems. I haven't had a raise in 3 years.
I mean, yeah, I haven't spoken up for women or done anything constructive to help women or people of color, and I take my privileges without question, and I live happily in my own little bubble, but that doesn't mean that I profit from their suffering. It's not my fault they're marginalized. I didn't marginalize them, so why should I do anything to help them? Just because I make more money and have access to all the education and resources and housing and jobs.
Alright, let's just get through this real quick. There is no wage gap. It's an earnings gap. I'm really sick of pointing this out in videos. Men make more money over a lifetime than women. Men are not paid more than women. Men are not offered more job opportunities than women. 57% of colleges are women. More job opportunities are happening for women. In fact, at a lot of jobs, they require you to hire a woman, even if she does not have the same qualifications as the men applying for that job. We have programs for minority groups. We have affirmative action to get people into college and to get jobs. None of those programs are set up for men, especially white men. So this is just a false premise. Men are not paid more than women. Men are not helping society. We're not benefiting from a patriarchal society. We do care about rape victims. We do care about women getting assaulted and abused. I'd say most men, that's one of the last things they would want is for a girlfriend, wife, sister, a female close to them to get assaulted or abused. Even Brock Turner. Let's bring up the Brock Turner case. You know, stop Brock Turner from completely raping that girl. He penetrated her with his fingers, right? And he was going to have sex with her. It was two men. Two men were walking by and saw him doing this and stopped him because they were so disgusted by what they saw. Okay, this is society. Society's filled with good men who want to do the right thing. That's a large portion of men, okay? This is really sickening to make a video and try and twist it that men are saying these things, that they don't care, and I make more money than you. We don't make more money than you. Okay, men just work more than women at a lot of jobs, okay? Women are probably going to be the dominant money earners in 20 years. And when you guys surpass us one day, are we going to be complaining about a wage gap then? Probably not. So quit trying to spin this narrative when women are being treated just fine in this country. We're about to have a female president that is one of the most corrupt women on the fucking planet in politics because everyone hates the man she's running against, the white patriarchal man. The country agrees with you, Zarna. There is no culture that supports these evil white men. We hate them. Trump's been getting shit for being a rich white man since he first started running. Hillary's been able to fall back on her vagina for a long time. So quit telling me that. That's a stupid argument. It makes no sense. Men don't get any extra privilege or advantage from just being a man. A lot of it has to do with money and power. It's not just from being a fucking dude. A powerful woman with money can be just as corrupt and evil and influential as a fucking man can be.
Recently, I was sexually harassed by a man in public, on camera, and the news stations posted the video without my permission with the question, "Do you consider this sexual harassment?" This led to a lot of people attacking me and going after me all over social media. This is what patriarchy does. It causes everyone to attack the victim, the one who is most vulnerable. This protects the system of power, which is male sexual dominance.
How do we even know she's telling the truth about sexual harassment? I saw that video in the online reactions from all the men, and yeah, they were threatening rape and violence and death, all while accusing her of overreacting. But just because she's putting her physical safety on the line to talk about this doesn't mean she's right.
Their main complaint was that I raised my voice. They questioned my sanity because I spoke up. A patriarchal society wants women to shut up, and we have a long history of men confining women to mental asylums because those women didn't behave the way men wanted them to behave. We have a long history of men saying women are crazy and emotional when they dare to speak up about abuse. We have a long history of those same men lashing out at women, assaulting them, murdering them, because those men couldn't deal with their own emotions.
I don't get emotional, okay? I'm a man.
Really, Zarna, the reason that everyone attacked you was because of a patriarchal culture. It wasn't because you were in the wrong with the humongous situation, overreacted. Listen, some people said fucked up things in my comments. They made racist jokes and sexist jokes that I didn't even like. I didn't like them. I didn't like that they left those comments. I don't really approve of negative comments like that are just hateful. But to be fair, Zarna, you're bringing it on yourself when you make stuff like this. You're attacking men. You are. You may be saying you're not doing. That's exactly what you're doing. So you getting called out is more than fair. You were fucking cruel to this guy. Tried to get this guy in trouble when he didn't do anything. And you got reprimanded justifiably, okay? The cops handled the situation exactly the way they should have handled the situation. And you were in the wrong. Okay, so quit trying to spin this. You were not sexually assaulted. It was caught on camera. That's why nobody believes you. Nobody believes you because we saw it on camera and saw that you weren't sexually assaulted, okay? You don't get to just say that's what it is and everyone has to agree with you because you feel that way. If that were true, then I guess we'd all have to agree with Hitler about the Jews because he felt that way. No, he was wrong, just like you're wrong. So stop it. Like, this is really fucking stupid. The whole premise of this video falls apart. I mean, you're saying that we lock women up in mental hospitals right now or call women crazy because of stuff they say that we don't agree with as patriarchal men? I mean, maybe that happened in the Victorian area, but you're saying that everyone called you crazy just because you were a woman. It wasn't because you were acting crazy, and only women get called crazy. Men never get called crazy when acting crazy. I mean, Zarna, Seriously, at least be intellectually honest on some level when you're trying to raise these points. Everything you said so far is deceitful and dumb.
So those men were furious because I screamed to high heaven about what happened to me. Even the security guards who witnessed it didn't call the cops to help me. They called the cops on me because I was making noise. And the cops arrived and demanded that I talk to them alone, all while they kept their hands on their guns. They didn't ask me if I was okay. They didn't suggest getting a female officer for me to talk to. They didn't give a damn about my safety. Because cops don't protect women, they protect the patriarchal power structure.
I don't know where she got that stat from, but I'm pretty sure men are incarcerated more and violently attacked more and get arrested more and abused by police. So I don't know how women suffer more from police violence than men do. That seemed like a really false statistic from what she was showing. Maybe I'm wrong, but everything I've ever read on the FBI statistics or websites like that or any kind of criminal data I've looked at, men are way more involved with crime than women are. So I don't know why she's acting like women are more victims when it comes to police. I don't think that's true at all, actually. Very strange she even threw that out there. She's just showing random things on websites and stuff without sources. She's like, here, look at these numbers. These numbers show this skewed data to give you an idea. Like, she says like 90% of men commit murders. Okay, but then she doesn't point out that most of the people who get murdered are men. She's trying to set it up like men are out there murdering women when women are killed less. I mean, that's just false. She's trying to set up this false story that's not true and connect these dots here. You weren't being a woman who was yelling and asserting yourself to this evil man. And the cop having his hand on his gun, he was probably scared. I mean, I can't lie. You were acting really crazy and scary. I mean, you wouldn't listen to anyone. You seemed like somebody who got out of a mental hospital. You didn't come off like a calm woman. You're being more calm here. You're still saying crazy shit, but you're not acknowledging how nuts you were acting in that situation and how worried you probably made people in that room. They're like, what's going on here? What is this woman doing? Because there was no logic to what you were saying and doing. Your behavior was scary for a lot of people in that place. You were causing a public disturbance. If I was doing the same thing you were doing as a man, I'm sure the situation would have been handled the same. Except I probably would have been taken to the ground or something. I mean, you're lucky they weren't more violent with or physical at least, because you were really being a pain in the ass. I mean, to me it seems like they were more than patient with you.
This sounds like crazy cop bashing to me. Her voice is annoying, so it's no wonder why men were alarmed. Yeah, it's kind of sexy though. I love that accent. But she'll probably scream that I sexually harassed her if I say anything about it. Women.
Why did she get so upset over his dick joke? I mean, yeah, we burned women at the stake and stoned them and raped them and beat them and sell them into sexual slavery. But can't they take a joke?
One clarification here. It was not a dick joke. He was not motioning at his penis. He didn't look at her in a sexual way, and he did not say that. He was talking about his weight. This has been confirmed by him and everyone else who read it that way contextually. Zarna, you may have read it as a dick joke, and it's fine if you felt that way, but it wasn't, and you don't have enough evidence to prove that. You can't just say he was doing that because you felt that way. It comes off more like an assumption by you. So don't even give me that shit. I'm very upset that you even imply for a second that it was a dick joke, and like we're all like scoffing off like, oh, he just made a dick joke at you, it's no big deal. That's not why we're mocking you and your reaction. It was because he didn't make a dick joke and you reacted like he made the most offensive dick joke ever. So let's get that straight, okay? Holy crap. Allison Johansson is actually, look at her comment is on here. She's actually a subscriber of mine. She's commented on a few of my videos, so I hope you watch this video, Allison. You're fucking awesome. You leave some of the best comments on my shit. But I love it. She left your comment here. This chick isn't from India. She was born in the UK. What a phony. That's a great comment. That's a fucking great comment. Everyone go like Allison's comments and all this stuff. She's one of my only female subscribers because mainly it's a bunch of dudes who hate women. But at least she's smart enough to not fall under this feminist SJW bullshit. But I love seeing it. I love that your comment got frozen on here. Like, I love she showed your comment. That's fucking amazing. So some of my subscribers are out there fighting Zarna. The patriarchy is affecting things. Yes.
It's not like the world is a dangerous place for women.
And by the way, it's not sexual harassment if you're not at work, and it's not rape if you're married to him.
I want to say this to all my sisters and queer and trans siblings. We don't have to take the injustices, even if you think they're just little injustices. Permitting those little injustices is what leads to the larger horrors of rape and violence that we all know so well. We have to dismantle our own internalized patriarchy. If we stand up for ourselves and each other, we can change this world. Power concedes nothing without demand, so we must demand safety. We must demand an end to rape culture. We don't exist for men.
I never said that women exist for me. That's so unfair. I do think that women should put in the effort to look nice, though. Like shave their legs and have a sexy figure and wear nice clothes. And they should have a job and bring in money so we can be equal. And they should take the pill because I don't want to wear a condom. And yes, I do need sex. All men need sex. How can we be happy without sex? That's why women are there.
All men need sex.
We can encourage the men who actually give a damn about protecting others to work with us to dismantle this patriarchal system. Patriarchy hurts men too. It prevents them from truly connecting with the rest of us. It makes them isolated and lonely and so emotionally fragile. So let's work together.
I'm intimidated and somehow aroused.
Zarna, what's with this long-running thread through this that all the men are turned on by you, that we're all sexually aroused by your actions at that situation, that we like you're crazy? Like, this is weird that you think we all want to fuck you, and very narcissistic that you think it's some kind of weird sexual fantasy that we're struggling with. I don't want to fuck you. Not everyone has a sexual fantasy. I think you're crazy. You're fucking probably crazy pussy. I mean, I don't, you seem like one of those chicks that when you were in college, you probably, like, went to the college and the dean every fucking week and claimed a different guy date raped you, and then it just got to a point where they didn't even let you in the fucking room anymore because you lied every fucking week, okay? Because you went and fucked a different guy because you drank too much or something. I'm gonna get that cruel. Fuck you. Fuck you, piece of shit, condescending whore. You fucking cunt bag. The fact that you're trying to bring this guy down even more because everyone was on his side, and now you're trying to bring down the rest of men with them and project these male stereotypes in your video. You know why men don't want to talk about their feelings and emotions, Zarna? It's because of people like you. Because you're out here spreading this vitriolic bullshit about men that's not true. And it's making men scared to actually talk about their feelings because they're worried about getting attacked or being called a sexist. You spent this whole video telling men that they're automatically sexist, and then you're saying, oh, men don't want to talk about their feelings or how they feel being turned on and stuff. Of course I'm not going to talk to you about that stuff. You think I'm a sexist and a racist. I can have a rational conversation with you about my feelings. My feelings aren't even considered because you've already made your mind up about these huge things, these ideological things, these theoretical things, these moral things, like how I feel about sexuality and race and life and murder and who I am. You have that all figured out already because of my goddamn skin color? That sounds like racism to me. Not me calling you crazy because of your actions in the Hugh Mungus situation. You could have looked like anything. You could have been a dude and acted the way you did. I wouldn't have given a fuck. You were being stupid. It was like the lift car girl. Okay, we're not attacking her because she was a girl. We're attacking her because she was wrong in the situation. The internet usually is going to take the side of the person in the right when there's that many people watching it. Millions of people saw the Hugh Mungus thing, and the majority were against you. That's not because of society. That's because you are fucking nuts. And this video is fucking nuts. This shit is crazy. I mean, the fact that she thought this out and made this 3-part series and put it all together and then shows men commit suicide more than everyone else, you know, she doesn't care about it, but men commit suicide. It's like, that right there to me shows the patriarchy's bullshit, because why would we make a system where men commit suicide more? I mean, this whole argument, it's too many variables that don't add up. She tries to make broad strokes with serious issues, and then she makes these really false equivalencies between things to prove there's a patriarchy. It's ridiculous.
I can't reveal that's how I'm feeling, so I'll just attack her.
She's got power in her voice. It's scary. What if women listen to her? What if they start calling all us men out on our bullshit?
We can do this. If we live with honesty and dignity and courage, we can do this.
Zarna, no one's intimidated by your masculine voice or whatever you think it is. We don't all want to fuck you. We weren't all intimidated by you. You didn't stop a man being bad, and we were all just shocked by your courage. You didn't do something brave. There's women out there that are actually raped. There's women out there that are actually assaulted. There's people out there that are attacked all the time. And there's people that are minority groups that aren't being treated fairly in this country. You are not representing them well with this. You are making them look like victims that are real rational, and you're just reinforcing an argument of people that falsely claim rape or sexual assault, where people don't want to believe victims of things. People are going to believe less victims with people like you spreading stuff like this. This is harmful, Zarna. Seriously, I don't usually say stuff like this. Usually I just make jokes and criticize the person and move on. And this is fairly easy to criticize and show the wrongs in this. I mean, the video was a soap opera. It was worse than a BuzzFeed video. I mean, the violin music or whatever, her looking at the camera, trying to be all serious, the people talking. I mean, it was like some art video, like, ooh, look how artsy this is. See what I'm saying here? It's deeper. I mean, did Lars von Trier come in and just do like a fucking 5-minute jerk-off session with this camera and she slapped it together? It seems like she's trying to do something that's poignant and polarizing, and in a way I feel like it comes off almost exploitive and like propaganda. I mean, like she's just selling you this whole false thing with a false dramatic narrative to get you into it emotionally, but it's all deceiving. A lot of the things she says in this video are just false, or she twists things to all come together that don't add up, actually, if you just think about them for like 5 seconds, if you break them down point by point. No, men aren't going to join together with you to fight these issues. We're going to join with women that actually want to hear us and don't think we're sexist. And I don't want to see any more of Zarna. She made 3 of these. I don't know if I'll make videos on the other 2. I mainly wanted to do this one because it was the patriarchy. But mainly as the patriarch, I want to show how silly this stuff is, that all the women like this want to play victims, and they bring other women down and do make women scared to talk about things, because people are just going to label them crazy because you're crazy, and you're trying to act like you represent them. You don't get to speak for women, and you don't get to speak for victims, okay? You have to show us some proof that you are one, and you can't just fall back on the humongous thing, because you're wrong on that. Easily. Easily. Accept that, Zarna, and maybe we can move on. Outside of that, I think you need to go to a hospital, maybe get some medication, see a psychologist, something like that. See somebody who could prescribe you something. Or better yet, don't go on the internet and read comments and stuff. Although, I don't know how you see all these hateful comments when you disable comments and likes on your videos. So that means you go out and watch other videos to see the comments. So you go to find these hateful comments. You could easily avoid them, but you want to find them because you could put them in your video to make it look like everyone's being so mean to you. Well, guess what? That shit ain't working. I get mean comments too, and I'm not on here acting all emotional about it. This is the patriarchy, and until next time, Zarna, and any woman out there, any man, any kind of regressive out there that supports this kind of stuff, anyone who's like a Smugly Puff or a Zarna or a fucking Trigglypuff, you think you can just do whatever you want, nobody's ever told you no, and you can just attack people and get away with it, you can blame it on the white man, the boogeyman, the evil guy, because that'll make all your problems go away because life didn't work out the way for you that you wanted it to, so you gotta blame it on somebody? Well, guess what? You guys go fuck yourselves.